All right, time to talk weather once again with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy LaGoo. Jeremy, are we really talking snow potentially tomorrow?
Yep.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. No, it's one of those ones where we have a frontal boundary coming in.
Okay.
And as it arrives, we're tapping into a few things. Coldest time of the day, some of that cold that's been lingering recently, and then just the right atmospheric dynamics that we might even get a little bit here in Spokane. That being said, it's going to melt fast.
Okay.
Even with our colder than average temperatures, what winds up happening for us is that 50 is a great way to melt snow. It's actually an amazing way to melt snow. And that's just what's going to happen. Snow and rain tonight. By tomorrow, we're starting our warming trend. That takes us into the weekend. And then more rain on Sunday. So there's our storm. Here's our frontal boundary. And as that moves in, we are going to eventually start to see some of this moisture here in eastern Washington. Right now, creeping across the central portion of the state. And I think by, say, the 9 o'clock hour, we get our best shot at seeing that here in eastern Washington and North Idaho. Eventually, that snow does move in. I think that's kind of midnight to about 2 a.m. In that window, we could very well see it below 2,500 feet, maybe down to about, I would say, 1,800 or 1,700 feet, or, you know, if you're down to the south, you don't really see it. But that being said, that's when you're going to see that potential for accumulation. I think if you're below 2,500 feet, so top of the South Hill is 23 to put that in perspective, so below 25, you're not going to see it accumulate on roads. Wet roads is more likely, but if you get over 4th of July and look out past, it's likely you have a couple of inches of snow to contend with early tomorrow morning. By tomorrow afternoon, it's just kind of scattered showers, and then we catch a break through Saturday before rain returns come Sunday. But let's focus on the now. In Spokane, anything that sticks, if it's in your grass, it's going to be less than an inch. Similar story in Coeur d'Alene. But remember, look out 4th of July. That's where you're talking a couple of inches of snow. Snoqualmie 3 to 4. I think you're 6 to 8 over Stevens Pass. It's going to be that kind of snowy. Less than an inch in Colville and Sandpoint and Chewelah. But as we move through the next couple of days, here's the story. Snow kind of stays above 3,000 feet. Wet wintry mix kind of below 3,000 feet. That 2,500 line is kind of where I'm thinking the roads kind of take that risk. We'll put it there. Then, if you saw snow Tuesday morning, you'll likely see more out of this next round. That's kind of the main message I'm going with here. If you woke up to a little snow in your yard, you'll likely wake up to it again. And I think this is it. I really think we're done with it after this. Temperatures climb. The 6 to 10 day outlook says we're warmer than average across much of the western U.S., and it says we're drier as well. And when it comes to the 8 to 14 day outlook, it looks like that pattern just sets up and holds on. Warmer and drier. It's a ridge building, so we get rid of that trough pattern and go into a ridging pattern. Much different as we move through it, but what the big story is for you is what happens to our temperatures. So a little bit of rain and snow possible tomorrow, and then we dry out Saturday, rain returns Sunday, and by next week the temperatures just start climbing.
Oh man, 70 degrees potentially next Thursday. Looking forward to that. All right, Jeremy, thank you very much.